Alright, welcome to part 5 of the Jurassic Park Part 2 tutorial. Right now we will be taking a look at auxiliary power switch. So let's get into it. This level isn't super strict when it comes to ammo conservation, so you can kind of go through this however you want. There are a few ammo caches you can pick up along the way, and I will show those off. So right here, I jump up to the top and shoot these guys along the way. You have a choice right here. You can either take the rail, and this will give you an ammo cache. Let me save real quick. So you can come across this top part. This part's a little bit slower since you have to go across the rail. And you can pick up an ammo cache right here. I would probably recommend picking up shotgun if you'd like. The fastest strat is to just drop down and continue on this way, and skipping that ammo cache. We'll go through this door. Now this part, there is a grenade, or there's a jump that you can do. You can slip under this grenade that's being thrown. So once you spawn in, you'll have to immediately walk to the right, and you can make it underneath that grenade. Now this jump is actually quite tight. And my lineup to do this is once you pass this pipe, you can see the pipe kind of sticking into the ground. As soon as you pass by that pipe, then you just want to do a baby jump, and you'll get an edge skip on the box, and that'll allow you to get underneath the grenade. So I missed it that time. You don't want to do the smallest amount of jump. You want to do maybe like a 10% jump. So it's a pretty small jump, but you don't want to try to get the absolute smallest jump possible. This jump is a little bit risky though, because you don't want to get hit by the grenade. So if you don't want to do that, of course you can just wait a little bit and then continue on. You can just wait underneath the grenade, wait for it to pass. Alright, continuing on. So this part, you want to get out your shotgun, and we are going to... There's going to be two birds and a raptor that's going to come flying in. So we're going to use our shotgun and just shoot as fast as we can to get through them. You do want to delay your first shotgun burst, because I find if you shoot immediately, then the raptor sometimes gets through. So delay your first shotgun before, or as soon as the bird almost hits you, that's when you want to start shooting. So it'll look like this. Well, not like that, but... So delay just a little bit, and then start shooting like that. Just like that. Of course, you can always just kind of stand back and take things slow if you'd like. But if you want to go fast, just delay your first shot just a little bit, and then go crazy with the shotgun. Alright, so this part is a little bit tricky with these raptors coming up. And I'll just demonstrate real quick. So this raptor, you don't have to worry about the raptor on the first raptor that's underneath me, because you can make it onto this ladder pretty quickly and pretty safely. So this raptor above me, though, can cause problems. If you'd like, you can just kind of play it safe, stay on the ladder, and kill him like this, something like that, if you'd like. But if you want to go fast, you might need to wait just a little bit, so you can either jump up like this, and juke him like that. It is possible to get on the left side of him, and make it that way. If you're really fast, you can make it on the left side like this. But that's pretty hard. So the safe strat is, again, just stay on the ladder and kill him from underneath. Or you can jump to the right of him, and he'll jump off like that. Now, that being said, if you do that strat and he jumps off to the right, he will respawn. So you need to be aware, he'll respawn. Here he is right here. And then immediately after, there is a second raptor. So if he jumps off to the right, like that, just remember he will respawn and there will be 2 raptors this time. But if you kill him, then you won't have to worry about him, obviously. You will just have to worry about the second raptor. Like that. Alright, continuing on. We're going to get past these Dilophosauruses. Right here, watch out for that raptor. Okay, so this is a pretty big strat. This is the leap of faith. So chances are at this point you'll probably have enough health doing this strat. This jump we're about to do is going to deal some damage, but not too much. So all we're going to do is just take a leap of faith. Just jump off, and we'll land down here. And you can see it doesn't actually take too much damage. It only takes about a fourth of your health. So as long as you have at least a fourth of your health, then you can make this jump. And there is a health kit immediately after this part, and I will show that. So jump over this flame, come to the edge, and then drop down, and then drop down one more time. And then be aware of this flamer that's about to show up next to you. You don't have to worry about that green raptor. So right here is a little detour you can take if you would like to grab some health, because there is a strat coming up in the next room, or in 2 rooms actually, that's pretty similar to the leap of faith we just did. But in order to do that, you need to have more than half of your health. So you can opt out of that. There is a safer strat if you don't want to do the full second leap of faith. But we'll get to that in a bit. Long story short, you do need a lot of health if you want to go for the absolute fastest strats. So anyways, there is a health kit you can grab in this room right here, to the left. Kill this Dilophosaurus. Grab this health. And I guess I can mention this, but there is an ammo pack right there if you'd like to grab that. But that's a little bit out of the way. Now, do be aware that if you grab this health kit and go into this detour room, you do need to watch out when you back out and go into the next room that this green raptor is going to respawn. So even if you kill him, he will respawn regardless. So I killed him just now, he's going to respawn anyways. So you do need to be aware of that. Alright, so let's continue on. I like to jump up here, just so you can easily avoid that raptor. Continuing on. Watch out for that guy. And then watch out for these Dilophosaurus, because again, we're trying to preserve as much health as we can going into this room. Alright, so let me save real quick, because there's a bit going on in this room. So this first raptor, as soon as we pass this first gray generator in the background, as you can see, that's when he'll come flying in, and that's what I use to use a visual cue for when I jump. So once we pass the generator, just jump. Jump right here. Okay, now this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So these 2 raptors up here, you can easily just stay down here. You don't want to jump onto the ladder, or else they won't actually suicide off to the left side like they did just now. Here, let me demonstrate that again. So if you jump onto the ladder, then they'll just kind of stay right here, not doing anything. But if you drop down off the ladder, then they will jump off like that, and you can continue on. However, again, you're not actually killing them, so they will respawn if you do this. So, as you can see, they've respawned, so you need to be watching out for that. If you do kill them, however, then they won't respawn. So you can jump onto the ladder, and just kind of shoot up like this, if you'd like. And he actually ran away. I've actually never seen that. Interesting. Let me try that again. So you can do this. In doing this, that one won't respawn, but remember there are two up here. So you'll have to watch out for this guy. And then you can continue on this way. We're going to go past the Dilophosaurus, but there's a few more things I want to show you first. Now there is a health kit along the way behind the two raptors that you can opt to grab if you'd like. So you can kind of stay down here, do whatever strat you would like. Watch out for that guy. Grab the health if you need it. And sometimes this second raptor will come after you once you grab the health. So you do need to be aware of that if you haven't killed that second raptor. And then we would just continue along this way. But now there is a faster strat you can do. And in order to do this, we are going to need to cleanly make it up this ladder. And then do a mini jump after you jump over that little compy. So it's going to look like this. Cleanly make it up the ladder. Do a second jump right there. And then you'll jump over that first raptor. You can make it up really quickly. Doing these specific movements manipulates the raptor's AI in a way to where they're positioned where you can cleanly make it up. If you mess up any of the movements, whether it be messing up climbing up the ladder or this second jump after that compy, then as you can see, they're in a very bad position. And you would need to most likely kill them or drop down and let them jump off. And again, if you let them jump off, you do need to watch out because they will respawn. So let me just do that movement strat again. So you want to cleanly make it up this ladder. Do 1, 2 jumps, and then you can make it up. Although I did mess up a little bit. Let me just do it again. Make it up the ladder. 1, 2, and then you can make it up like that. That strat is a little bit risky, obviously, since you can get hit by the raptors. Alright. Continuing on. We'll make our way up. Now, right here is the second leap of faith. So, if you're gonna do this leap of faith strat, you need to have more than half health. A little bit more than half health is the bare minimum. If you have less than half health, then you don't want to go for this. There is an alternative, safer strat you can do if you have too little health. But if you have enough health and you want to do this, all you need to do is just walk off. And you'll land on this platform. It's recommended once you land, you want to immediately jump after you kill this first guy. Because again, these guys are shooting at you. And once you land, they will take a shot at you and you will get hit by them if you don't jump. So let me demonstrate that. So I like to do this and jump again. I got hit by him. But it's... Okay, I missed his bullet. He missed that time, so... So it's just one way to negate a bit of damage. This first guy is gonna shoot you regardless. There's really nothing you can do, I don't think. Yeah, he's gonna shoot you, but you can jump over this second guy's shot. Just to negate a little bit of damage. But the safe strat you can do is you can do a damage boost. you can turn back around to lure some of these running soldiers towards you. And then what you'll do is you'll get onto the rail as they're running towards you like this. You want to inch your way towards the edge of the rail. And then once they run into you, you'll get hit, but you won't take any fall damage. Now, there are a few things you need to know about this. There's a weird quirk with damage boosts and fall damage. When it comes to humans, if you get knocked off a large cliff like this, a large fall like this, you want to land on your back if you're getting hit by a human. For some reason, I don't know why, but if you get hit and you land on your back, you won't take any fall damage. That being said, if you land on your stomach, let me try to demonstrate, like this, then I'm going to take the full fall damage. I don't know why that is. It's just how it is. So you want to make sure you're facing them so that you land on your back. And that way you don't take any fall damage. It's a little bit different with other enemies. You might need to land on your stomach or your back to negate fall damage. But when it comes to humans, you want to land on your back so you don't take any fall damage. Now, one more thing about this. If you go for the safe strat, you want to make sure you're not on the extreme edge of this rail. Because if you are, so I'm at the extreme edge. If you are at the extreme edge, then you'll miss the platform entirely, and you will die. Just like that. So that is something to be aware of. So be pretty close to the edge, but not on the extreme edge, and you'll be able to make it down. If you've done every strat so far up to this point, all the fast strats, then you will be cutting it very close on health. So just to remember that. If you do all the strats, you will cut it very close with health. Alright, so moving on. We will continue this way, drop down right here, drop down twice, and then continue on. If you're fast enough, you can get past this raptor and he won't follow you, but sometimes he does follow you, so just be aware of that. Coming up, there is this flamer guy, so you can be safe about it, stand back and kill him like this. Or you can just do 2 shots like this and kill him that way. He will probably damage you a bit if you do that fast kill. But as soon as you pass the door frame, you can just jump and shoot him like that. Now we have a blue guy coming up. This guy is really easy to get by without taking any damage from him. As you can see, here he is. You don't actually have to fight him. We are going to jump over his first bullet. And the lineup I do is, if you look at this big pillar in the background that I'm in front of, once I get close to the base, once I touch the base of this pillar, that's when I do a jump. So I'll demonstrate that real quick. Touch the base and jump, and he will miss you. His first bullet will miss you, and then if you jump a second time immediately after, then his second bullet will miss you. So jump, jump. Okay, well, I messed it up that time. Jump, and then jump right as he's about to shoot again. So there is a little bit of timing you need to do. So jump right before he shoots again, and then he will just walk off the edge like that. Alright, coming up on the end. These guys can shoot you, especially this guy right here, so you want to be careful of that. Okay, so we're now on the end. And this is the part where this is the one moment in the game that there's actual RNG. So far up to this point, there's been no RNG. And the rest of the game, there's no RNG. It is this part right here where there's the only bit of RNG in the run. And I will explain that. Alright, so going into this room, let me just enter this room real quick. There's going to be 2 raptors that are going to come flying in, so if you want to be safe, you can just kind of hang back and shoot him that way. And then the second one, just do something like that. There is sometimes that first raptor, you can push him into this door. Let me see if I can do it. If you push him into the door, then that doesn't actually count as you killing him. And he will respawn if you do that. So just be aware of that. If you push him into the door, he will respawn immediately. Okay, I can't really do it, but sometimes he does go back into the door. So yes, let me just... Oh, there we go. So he's gonna respawn, as you can see. And now I might have 2 raptors to deal with. So the combination is always going to start on this first one. And from here, if we're doing a bit of math, it's 3 factorial when it comes to the possibilities from here on out. So with that being said, you would think that there would be a total of 6 possible combinations from here. But it turns out that 2 of those possibilities actually don't occur, and they will never be the correct combination. So that being said, there's actually only 4 possible combinations at this point. So once you hit the first one, you can immediately try... Well, actually, I'll say the ones that don't work, and I'm going to ignore saying 1, because 1 is always going to be the first one. So the ones that don't work is 2, 4, 3. That one's never going to work. And then the other one is 3, 2, 4. So those 2 will never work. The other combinations, the other 4, it could be any of those other 4. So when you get into this room and you're attempting the combo, you'll always hit 1, and then I always just go down the line. So I'll try 2 next. 2 didn't work. So I'll try again. I'll try to go for 3. 3 didn't work. So I know it's 4, obviously, at this point. And then from here, I just choose either 4 or 2. And then that was the correct combination for me this time. So you'll just kind of have to play around figuring out which ones is the correct combo. And when it comes to the RNG in this room, there's no sort of manipulation you can do, unfortunately. The combo is going to be predetermined once you enter the room. So whatever the combination was just now is probably going to be different when I re-enter the room. So the combination will change on you. It's going to be different every single playthrough. Let me see if I can kill these guys without dying. So anyways, let's see. I'll try it again. Oh, and it just so happened to be the same. But anyways, the combo is determined once you enter the room. So, that being said, there are a few strats you can do when you're entering the combo. Like I said, you can safely kill the Raptors if you'd like. However, the fast strat would be to avoid killing the Raptors entirely. Let me just save right here. And it'll look something like this. Okay, so I got really lucky with that one. The 1, 2, 3, 4 combo, that's obviously the optimal one. I would not recommend doing this strat, because obviously it's very risky. So if it were to fail, I would just run over to the right immediately, so that I can despawn those raptors, but remembering that they will respawn. So then from here I can try it again. And then usually I'll have a raptor that I dance around if I'm doing the fast strat. So here I can just keep trying. And there you go. Now, the combinations that do work, for all intents and purposes, they have the exact same success rates as one another. I think there is a slight variance, but it's not by much. So you might as well just do all of them that you haven't done yet. Again, avoiding those two that you haven't, or that we know will never occur. But doing these combos is pretty easy if you're doing the safe strat, just knowing which ones to try. Just always go down the line. Starting with 1, obviously, and then doing 2 as the next one. If 2 doesn't work, then just go to 3. If 3 doesn't work, and so on, so on. So once you start knowing what the combinations are, then it's pretty easy to get the hang of knowing which ones you want to do next. So yeah, that is auxiliary power switch.